Hare Krishna. Welcome all the for today's session on Srimad Bhagavatam study. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatah Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Today we continue chapter second, Divinity and Divine Service, Canto first, Shloka number 19 and 20. Tada rajah
Yada Rajah
Tada Raja
bhava
Tamo
Tamo
Bhava
kamalobha
Kamalobha
adaya cha e
Adaya
Adaya Cha
Ye
chetah etai
Chetaha Etair
viddhim
Anavidam
Anavidam
Sitim satve
Vitam Statve Prasidati.
evam prasanna
Evam Prasanna
manasa bhagavata
Manasa Bhagavata
bhakti yogatah
Bhakti Yogata
bhagat tattva vijnanam
Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam
mukta sangasya jayate
Mukta Sangasya Jayate
tadarajah tama bhavaha
Tada Rajastamo Bhavaha
kamalova adayachaye
Kamalobha Adyascha Ye
chetah etai anavid
Cheta Itya Anavidham
sitam satve prasidati
Sitam Sattve Prasidati
evam prasanna manasah
Evam Prasanna Manasa
bhagavata bhakti yogatah
Bhagavat Bhakti Yogata
bhagavad tattva vijnanam
Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam
mukta sangasya jayate
Mukta Sangasya Jayate
एतै अनावेदं सत्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्न मनसः भगत भक्ति योगतः भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम मुक्त संगस्य जायते. आशीष प्रभु प्लीज रिसाइट.
Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kamalobhat Adayascha Ye Cheta Etair Anavidham Sitam Sattve Prasidati Evam Prasanna Manasa Bhagavad Bhakti Yogataha Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam Mukto Sangasya Jayate.
कृपा गौली माता जी.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Tata rajastamo bhava kama lobha adesya chai cheto yatir anavidyam sitam sattve prasiddhati एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवत भक्ति योगता भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम मुक्त संगस्य जायते.
Rajeshwari Mataji, would you like to
Thank you,
read?
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Word meaning. Sakishwaravani Mataji, would you like to continue? Mataji, you are mute. Hare Krishna.
Tada at that time, Raja in the mode of passion, Tama the mode of ignorance, Bhavaha the situation, Kama lust and desire, looked of many such mankind, man-like animals. There is actually a man who knows the responsibility of human life and thus tries to make life perfect by following the prescribed duties. And out of many thousands of such persons who have thus attained success in human life, one may know scientifically about the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. In the same Bhagavad Gita 18.55, it is also said that scientific knowledge of Sri Krishna is understood only by the process of devotional service, bhakti yoga. The very same thing is confirmed here in the above words. No ordinary man or even one who has attained success in human life can know scientifically or perfectly the personality of Godhead. Perfection of human life is attained when one can understand that he is not the product of matter but is in fact spirit. And as soon as one understands that he has nothing to do with matter, he at once seizes his material anchorings and becomes enlivened as a spiritual being. This attainment of success is possible when one is above the modes of passion and ignorance, or in other words, when one is actually a Brahman, Brahman by qualification. Brahmanas is the a symbol of Sattva or the mode of goodness, and others who are not in the mode of goodness are either Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, or less than the Shudras. The Brahmanical stage is the highest stage of human life because of its good qualities. So one cannot be a devotee unless one at least qualifies as a Brahmana. The devotee is already a Brahmana by action, but that is not the end of it, as referred to above. Such a Brahmana has to become a Vaishnava, in fact, to be actually in the transcendental stage. A pure Vaishnava is a liberated soul and is transcendental even to the position of a Brahmana. In the material stage, even a Brahmana is also a conditioned soul because although in the Brahmanical stage, the conception of Brahmana or transcendence is realized, scientific knowledge of the Supreme Lord is lacking. One has to surpass the Brahmanical stage and reach the Vasudev stage to understand that the personality of Godhead Krishna. The science of the personality of Godhead is the subject matter for study by the postgraduate students in the spiritual life. Foolish men or men with a poor fund of knowledge do not understand the Supreme Lord and they interpret Krishna according to that respective whim. The when a qualified Brahmana actually becomes a Vaishnava in the enlivened state of liberation, he can know what is actually the personality of Godhead. Om Agyanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुत पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विताञ्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभे च कृपा सिन्धुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna. In these two slokas of second chapter 19 and 20, there are describing about a living being is in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss, and when he irrevocable loving service is established. And then the devotee is established in goodness and it becomes completely happy. Means describe about how devotee completely happy becomes. Then another shloka they describe about the establishment in the mode of unallowed goodness. The man's mind enlivened and he comes in contact with the devotional service to the Lord, and because of that scientific knowledge of Lord's he achieve, and he comes in the stage of liberation from all material association. That is who is Brahman, what is the Brahmana's symptom, all are described. Prabhuji will tell you in detail. In Bhagavad Gita 7.3 also described. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye satatam yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tatvatah. They describe how man thousands of years after come in this contact, and like this thousands one is reached to the uh, personality of Godhead. Prabhuji will told you in detail. Hare Krishna.
चेतो दर्पणमार्जनम भव महादावाग्नि निर्वापनम श्रयः कैरव चंद्रिका वितरणम विद्यावधू जीवनम चेतो दर्पणमार्जनम. It is very, very important that our heart is cleansed of all the dirt that has accumulated over so many years of our existence and repeated cycles of birth, old age, disease, and death. And that is why it is necessary, because without the heart being pure, Krishna will not appear there. But as soon as that is clean, we get the loving service, and the moment it is irrevocable, that is, no matter what, whatever anyone says, I will not discontinue my service, that is irrevocable, something which cannot be taken back. Even if the authorities say, no, you are not suitable, but then you are so much in that service that you continue the service. So as soon as that loving service is established in the heart, then the effects of modes of passion, ignorance, completely driven out. And we are in mode of goodness and we feel happy. And the moment we are in the mode of goodness, unalloyed goodness, then Krishna, he is directly in contact with us because of our service. And so he gives us that positive scientific knowledge. And slowly we move towards liberation from all material association. Just like Mataji said, it is out of thousands of man that someone can do it. But let us take a very practical material example. If I were to teach Laplace theory to someone, he would have to know basically the basics of mathematics first. So he'll be enrolled into say school. Then maybe he'll complete his 10th, he'll complete his 12th. And then when he is in graduation, he'll become suitable enough to understand what is this theory. So similarly, that scientific knowledge of Krishna, that can be learned by us once we are enrolled into this school of devotional service. And we graduate slowly, steadily, one step at a time, and reach a level that no matter what anyone says, we are not disturbed. Then we understand what is Krishna. It all started with Savai Punsam Paro Dharma Yato Bhakti Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratihata Yayatma Samprasidat. You see, we are seeking after peacefulness of soul, peace of mind. But then for that, we need to overcome bhoga and tyaga. We cannot be karmis. But at the same time, we cannot decry something which is not true. Like many people, those who feel that they are not getting the full enjoyment, full satisfaction, they may say, Brahmam Satyam Jagan Mithya. That this world, it's false. So this world is not required. It is just like the sour grape story, wherein the jackal wanted the grapes. He tried jumping, take the grapes. When he could not get it, he says, I don't need grapes, they are sour. So this Jagan Mithya is like that. When one is fed up or tired of this world and he cannot enjoy it because of age or any other circumstances, he says Jagan Mithya. But then if God is truth, then the creation of God is also truth. How it can be Mithya? But because he has no sufficient knowledge of Vedic instructions, he makes such mistakes. Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Purnam apurnamadaha purnat purnamudachyate. The whole creation of God is complete. Just take an example of water. On all the planets where there is life, water is made available by Krishna. And not only that, he has ensured that it is stored properly. In the oceans, how? Salt, sodium chloride, it's a preservative. But the scientists don't understand it. And not only that, after the water is stored in the oceans, there's also the process of distillation, wherein the water is evaporated, going and getting stored in the clouds. So distillation is removal of the sodium chloride. But still we don't accept it. And then Krishna showers it all over the land. So the land gets moistured and there is agriculture. And the water is stored on the top of the hills. And throughout the year, it flows saltless, pure, sweet water from the mountain hill. Can any particular scientist do this? No. Not only that, water is also preserved in Iceland in the shape of ice. But the problem is, Pashyati Dhyana Chakshusha. Because we have no knowledge, we do not see how things are nicely arranged by Krishna for our maintenance. We just keep on fighting. This is mine, this is that. Why I'm not having this seva? Why he's having that seva? Once you get into bhakti. But that is exactly what should not be happening. We need to cleanse the heart and we have to get into unalloyed, irrevocable service. Because we are Krishna Das. We have a choice to be either Maya Das or become a Krishna Das. Our eternal position is of servitude to Krishna. And that is what we have to aspire for. That is what we have to get. And then we become Brahmana. Brahmam janati iti Brahmana. Not that by birth someone can become Brahman. But a Vaishnava is even much better than a Brahmana. There is an injunction of the Shastra that in spite of good qualification, experts in 6 occupational duties of Brahmana, if he is an Avaishnava, he has not understood Krishna, he cannot become a good. Satkarma nipuna vipro mantra tantra visharada Avaishnava guru na syada Vaishnava shva pacho guru. So it is important that we understand Krishna. And how do we get it? By starting that process. Srinvatam Swakataha Krishna Punya Sravan Kirtana Hrudi Antostho Abhadrani Vidunoti Suhruta Satam, which we saw yesterday. We have to wash off all the 30 things from the heart. Then we can become Krishna consciousness, not abruptly. We have to seriously take to the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma shucha. So we have to take it. Tapasa, brahmacharyena, tyagena, samena, damena. These are the processes. We have to undergo austerity, penance, tapasa, brahmacharya. Not unnecessarily sexual life. Samena, damena, tyagena. Renunciation is required. So the moment we start following this system, start hearing, start meditating on what we are hearing, start reciting as it is, not like, okay, Mataji has recited each one word properly, but then when we get a chance, we again recite together with all mistakes. No. It has to be concentrated Shravanam, and then we have to say the same thing again, because that is what Krishna has told us. Nityam Bhagavata Sevanashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu. So all abhadras have to be removed. And when we reach this stage, then that evam prasanna manasa. So absolute truth is not scientific knowledge, it is not sentiment. Vijnana means science, and this is all science. So let us take to it very seriously, sincerely, as Prabhupada ji wanted us to take, and be successful in our mission to achieve the ultimate objective of our life, which is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna.